The Future of Food, Exploring Lab-Grown Meat Innovations. Date, October 26, 2024. In recent years, lab-grown meat has emerged as a revolutionary alternative to traditional meat production. While the concept of meat without slaughter made headlines in June 2023, it's essential to delve deeper into this topic as we navigate through 2024. Lab-grown meat, also known as cultured or cell-based meat, is produced by cultivating animal cells in a controlled environment, thereby eliminating the need for animal slaughter. This innovative approach not only has the potential to transform our food systems, but also addresses pressing environmental and ethical concerns. The advancements in lab-grown meat technology have been remarkable since the initial excitement. Companies around the globe are tirelessly working to refine their methods, making cultured meat more affordable and accessible to the masses. For instance, advancements in bioreactor technology allow for more efficient cell growth and replication, resulting in meat products that closely mimic the texture and flavor of conventionally raised meat. As we look forward to a future where lab-grown meat could become a staple in our diets, we must acknowledge the importance of consumer acceptance and regulatory approvals. Reflecting on the growing environmental consciousness among consumers, lab-grown meat presents a viable solution to reducing the carbon footprint associated with traditional livestock farming. Studies suggest that cultured meat production uses significantly less land and water and produces fewer greenhouse gases. This eco-friendly aspect resonates with today's environmentally aware consumers, making lab-grown meat not only a trend but a necessary shift towards sustainability. As we continue to combat climate change, this innovation could play a pivotal role in reducing the strain on our planet's resources. Despite its promise, challenges remain. There is a need for clear regulations regarding lab-grown meat production and labeling, ensuring transparency for consumers. Furthermore, the perception of lab-grown meat must shift from skepticism to acceptance. As with any new food product, education is key. Engaging consumers through tastings, cooking demonstrations, and educational campaigns can help demystify lab-grown meat, paving the way for a more sustainable and ethical future. As we look toward 2024 and beyond, it is crucial to stay informed about the latest developments in lab-grown meat. The conversation surrounding this topic will undoubtedly evolve, with more innovations on the horizon. Embracing this change is not merely about dietary preferences, it's about redefining our relationship with food, sustainability, and animal welfare. The future is indeed promising, and it is our responsibility to contribute to a more compassionate and sustainable food system. Lab-grown meat in 2024 and beyond, is it ready yet? As we stride into 2024, the conversation surrounding lab-grown meat has taken on new dimensions. Initially introduced to the world as a futuristic solution to food production, this innovative approach to meat sourcing now faces the pressing question: is it ready for mainstream consumption? Lab-grown meat, which is produced by cultivating animal cells in a laboratory rather than raising and slaughtering animals, promises not just an ethical alternative to traditional meat, but also a more sustainable solution to feeding a growing global population. Yet, as this technology evolves, it's essential to reflect on its readiness for the market and the consumer's palate. The advances in lab-grown meat technology since its inception have been nothing short of remarkable. Researchers and companies have poured countless hours into refining the cultivation process, focusing on taste, texture, and cost-effectiveness. In 2024, we see a plethora of options emerging, from cultured beef and chicken to pork and seafood. However, the taste and mouthfeel of lab-grown meat must compete with their conventional counterparts if they are to win over consumers who are accustomed to the familiar flavors and textures of traditional meat. In tasting panels and culinary trials, feedback has shown promising results, yet there remains skepticism among some consumers who question whether lab-grown products can truly replicate the experience of real meat. Environmental sustainability is a major selling point for lab-grown meat, and for good reason. Traditional livestock farming is resource-intensive, contributing significantly to greenhouse gas emissions, deforestation, and water usage. In contrast, lab-grown meat boasts a dramatically reduced carbon footprint. Studies indicate that producing lab-grown meat can require up to 90% less land and water compared to conventional meat production. This resonates strongly with eco-conscious consumers who are looking for ways to minimize their environmental impact. However, the path to acceptance hinges on educating the public about these benefits and addressing any misconceptions that persist. Despite the promise, regulatory challenges and production costs remain barriers to widespread adoption. As of now, lab-grown meat products are still in their infancy in terms of regulatory approvals in various countries. Companies face the daunting task of navigating complex food safety regulations and consumer labeling requirements. Furthermore, production costs need to decrease significantly for lab-grown meat to compete with cheaper, traditionally raised meat. It is crucial for stakeholders, including policymakers, food scientists, and consumers, to come together to create a supportive framework that fosters innovation while ensuring safety and transparency. As we move forward, the question remains, is lab-grown meat ready for the masses? While significant progress has been made, continued advancements in taste, production efficiency, and regulatory approval will determine its fate in the market. It's clear that lab-grown meat represents a pivotal shift in how we think about food, animal welfare, and sustainability. The next few years will be crucial in defining its place in our diets, and with continued support and awareness, lab-grown meat may not only be ready but also essential for our future. Lab-grown fruit, what is it, and can it be the future of food? As the world grapples with pressing issues like climate change and food security, innovative solutions are emerging to redefine our relationship with food. Enter lab-grown fruit, a groundbreaking development in food technology that could reshape the agricultural landscape. But what exactly is lab-grown fruit, and can it really be the future of food? This article aims to peel back the layers of this intriguing concept and explore its potential impact on our diets and the planet. Lab-grown fruit is produced using cellular agriculture, a process that cultivates fruit cells in controlled environments, mimicking the natural growth conditions without the need for traditional farming methods. By utilizing techniques such as tissue culture and bioreactor technology, scientists can produce fruit that is virtually indistinguishable from its naturally grown counterparts. This approach not only offers the possibility of year-round production, but also reduces the environmental footprint associated with traditional farming practices. With the growing demand for fresh produce in urban areas, lab-grown fruit could provide a sustainable solution to help meet this need while conserving vital resources like water and land. The advantages of lab-grown fruit extend beyond environmental concerns. Consider the benefits of enhanced nutritional content. Researchers are exploring ways to boost vitamins and minerals in lab-grown varieties, potentially leading to healthier food options. This innovative method also allows for the reduction or elimination of harmful pesticides and chemicals commonly used in conventional farming. By producing fruit in a sterile environment, the risk of contamination can be minimized, ensuring a cleaner and safer product for consumers. In an age where health consciousness is at an all-time high, this could appeal to many consumers seeking to make better choices for themselves and their families. However, the journey toward mainstream acceptance of lab-grown fruit will not be without its challenges. Education and awareness are vital in overcoming skepticism from consumers who are unsure about the safety and taste of these products. There is also the matter of regulatory approval, as food safety agencies must evaluate these new products before they can hit the shelves. Furthermore, production costs need to be addressed to make lab-grown fruit accessible to a wider audience. If prices remain high, the goal of providing affordable, nutritious food for all may remain elusive. In conclusion, lab-grown fruit holds promise as a viable alternative to traditional agricultural practices, offering potential benefits for both consumers and the environment. As technology continues to evolve, it is crucial for stakeholders, ranging from scientists to policymakers, to work collaboratively in fostering innovation and building consumer trust. The future of food may very well depend on our willingness to embrace these advancements and rethink our approach to nourishment. Synthetic versus natural nutrients, does it matter? In today's fast-paced world, where convenience often takes precedence over quality, the debate surrounding synthetic versus natural nutrients has gained significant traction. As health-conscious consumers strive to make informed dietary choices, understanding the differences between these two types of nutrients is essential. So, does it really matter whether we get our vitamins and minerals from synthetic supplements or natural food sources? Let's explore the implications of this discussion and what it means for our overall health and well-being. Natural nutrients, derived from whole foods such as fruits, vegetables, and grains, come packed with an array of beneficial compounds. These foods provide not only vitamins and minerals, but also a wealth of antioxidants, fiber, and phytochemicals that support overall health. Research indicates that the body may better absorb and utilize these nutrients when they are consumed in their natural form. For instance, the vitamin C found in an orange comes along with bioflavonoids and other compounds that enhance its absorption and efficacy. This synergy makes whole foods a cornerstone of a balanced diet, promoting optimal health and vitality. On the other hand, synthetic nutrients are manufactured in labs and often found in multivitamins and fortified foods. While these supplements can be beneficial for those who struggle to meet their nutritional needs through diet alone, they can also be a double-edged sword. Studies show that not all synthetic nutrients are created equal. For example, synthetic vitamin E has been shown to differ in bioavailability from its natural counterpart, raising questions about its effectiveness. Furthermore, excessive intake of synthetic nutrients can lead to toxicity, as the body may not regulate them as efficiently as natural ones. Thus, relying solely on supplements may not be the best approach to achieving optimal health. Moreover, the consumer market is flooded with misleading information about the benefits of synthetic nutrients. Advertisements often tout synthetic vitamins as miracle solutions for various health issues, leading to a reliance on pills rather than a balanced diet. The truth is, no single supplement can replace the complex nutrients found in whole foods. A nutrient-dense diet not only nourishes the body but also fosters a deeper connection with the food we consume, promoting mindfulness in our eating habits. In conclusion, the choice between synthetic and natural nutrients ultimately comes down to personal preferences and individual health needs. However, it is crucial to recognize the inherent value of whole foods in our diets. While synthetic supplements can play a role in bridging nutritional gaps, they should not serve as a substitute for a varied and balanced diet. As consumers, we must educate ourselves about the food we eat and make choices that align with our health goals. Embracing a diet rich in natural nutrients may be one of the most impactful decisions we can make for our well-being. Governments' hidden agendas, are we under control? When we stop to think about it, governments around the world often seem to be following a hidden agenda, one that works to keep us controlled and distracted. They limit resources, control the flow of information, and use tactics that make it harder for us to thrive, making us feel trapped and powerless. As they say, what God gives, the devil takes away. And when we look closely, it's like there's a spiritual battle going on right here on Earth. Those who suffer the most, those who seem to be pushed down by the systems, may actually be the ones that God holds closest. They have earned a place in a kingdom where suffering no longer exists, a reward for enduring hardship here on Earth. But is that suffering necessary? It's almost as if we're being kept in a state of dependency by the powers that be, forces that don't seem to want us to rise up or help one another in meaningful ways. Every time we try to build our communities, to lift each other up, the system has a way of pushing back. Taxes, strict policies, and regulations on earnings keep people right where they are, unable to lend a hand as freely as they'd like. It feels like we're being ruled by something darker, a force intent on stifling growth and unity. This brings us to a harsh reality: could the systems we live under be influenced by something less than holy? By understanding this, we can start to question, to think independently, and to push back in subtle but powerful ways. Unity, faith, and resilience may be the answers we need to rise above. In the name of God, we have the strength to look beyond what we're told and to find hope in the idea that suffering is not the end, but a path to something greater. Amen to that. Independent Free Press News article. Copyright 2024 by Maria D.C. Santiago, also known as Crazy Filter Lady, is licensed under Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial No Derivatives 4.0 International. The Bible's truth on abundance and greed, what we should remember. When we turn to the Bible, we find powerful reminders about how we're meant to live with the resources given to us. The scriptures make it clear that God has already provided enough for everyone, but it's human greed that disrupts this balance. In the book of Genesis, God created the world with everything we would ever need: plants, animals, and the land itself. Genesis 1 verse 29, for example, speaks of God giving every seed-bearing plant, and every tree that has fruit with seed in it, emphasizing that our needs are provided for. It's an undeniable reminder that God designed the world to sustain us all, if we respect the natural order. But then comes a caution against human desires, and the endless pursuit of more. Proverbs 15 verse 27 warns us directly: "The greedy bring ruin to their households, but the one who hates bribes will live." This points to the fact that greed not only harms those around us, but also brings damage to ourselves. Rather than focusing on mutual care and shared resources, greed urges us to hoard, leaving others without. And in the end, it's that same greed that can leave us spiritually and physically starved, despite an abundance meant for all. The Bible continues to highlight how greed leads to suffering, even starvation, for many. In Ecclesiastes 5 verse 10, we're reminded, "Whoever loves money never has enough, whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income." This isn't just about wanting money, it's about the endless chase for more at the expense of others. By focusing solely on our gain, we distort God's design, leading to the very scarcity we fear. The message is simple yet strong. God's provision is abundant, there's more than enough to go around. But when greed enters the picture, it throws off the balance, creating a world of excess for a few and lack for many. Reflecting on these verses can help us understand how we're meant to steward what we've been given, prioritizing compassion and community over excess. In recognizing this truth, we find a path toward a world where everyone can thrive.